So let me quickly tell you how to study this course to get the most out of it. I structured the course so that you go back and forth through the chapters and watch all the videos and learn all the necessary information so that you don't miss any important information. So generally, the videos and chapters in the course can be divided into two types. First type is reference lessons, where you get all the knowledge. And the second type is practice lessons or project lessons, as you can see here. And project lessons are separated. You can easily identify them by the name, by the word project in the beginning. And also I try to include the level of difficulty. The word tells you how difficult or how easy the project can be. So reference lessons generally teach you everything that you need to apply to make any projects within Blender. Also, they contain a lot more than that. For example, there are lessons about optimizing the scene, shortcuts, how to speed up renders, the most common problems in 3D modeling, and many, many more. You can always scroll through the list of videos and see what's there. And project lessons are the lessons where I show you how to apply some of the knowledge that you learned in reference lessons. Now I'll just quickly tell you how to study, how to go over this list of videos or list of chapters. So the first is introduction, getting ready, you will install Blender, and the video that you're watching now will be here too. And then we have a crash course with a country house. I included this small crash course for those who really want to see how the 3D modeling process goes in a very short way. So I don't ask you to do everything that I showed in this crash course. Just sit back, relax, watch, and see how the process goes in a very short period of time, just to get general idea, okay? If you want, you can just repeat and create what I create here. And then we have Blender fundamentals, all the fundamental stuff like interface, navigation, shortcuts, and things. And then we have this chapter, which tells you what type of objects there are in Blender and how to use each object effectively. And then we have this very important part, which is 3D modeling in edit mode. All the modeling capabilities of Blender is shown here. So now, how you can do these projects. Please do not start these projects right away whenever you start with this course. First, watch these 3 chapters before doing any other project, any projects. But before applying materials or giving textures, you really need to watch this chapter and texture painting chapter 2. After you have watched shading materials and textures and texture painting chapters, you can paint and texture, give materials to any project in this course. So after you have modeled any project and gave materials and textured each project or any project, you might want to light, render, and share your artwork with family and friends. So if you want to do those, please watch this chapter. And if you want to speed up your workflow, please watch the modifiers chapter and add-ons chapter where we talk about modifiers and add-ons. So let's talk about project number 6, which is female character bust. We are going to make a bust of a female character. We will sculpt, we will retopologize, texture, and light, grow hair, and things like that. So before doing this project, you should really watch sculpting section and hair particle system section. Please watch these chapters, all the videos in these chapters before doing this project. Now let's quickly look at each project and see what we are going to make in this course. So this is the first project. It's very, very simple because this is the first project. If you're a complete beginner, this will be a really good practice for you to do. So let's look at how it looks in the rendered view. As you can see, I have given very, very simple textures and very simple lighting, but I just customized the world. As you can see, the light is coming from HDRI image, but the background is a different set. You will learn how to do that too. Here's another very, very simple project. Here I just showed how to model this kind of stuff and how to paint textures like so. So it's also very simple. If you are not beginner, you don't have to watch this. Here's another project which will be interesting. Even if you are not a beginner, you will be interested to make this one. Here I showed how to give these details with texture painting, and I showed how to kind of model things like that. So please watch the videos in this project and make something even better. This one is my favorite project in this course. I don't know why, but it wasn't the most difficult one, but it was my favorite. I painted the texture, so please watch a texture painting chapter before doing this, before making this ship. Of course, you can model this ship, but for texturing and giving materials, you need to watch those 2 chapters about shading and texture painting. I'm rendering it with Eevee. I'm using HDRI and the sun for lighting, and I'm using a custom background for just the background. So this one is also another project that I enjoyed making. I will show this from zero to the finished, and yeah, you can sell it, you can use it in your games or anything like that. So let's go to render. This one is also rendered in Eevee, and I painted all these textures. There is no automatic textures or anything like that. Everything is painted. You can model it without watching painting or shading sections, but if you want to shade, if you want to give materials and make something like this, you really need to watch shading section and texture painting section, and you will have the same result or even better. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Then this project, this is also one of my favorites. I think this is my second favorite project after that little ship or boat. Also, I have given textures and I'm rendering it with Eevee, as you can see. I'm not using cycles. The good thing about texturing or painting textures is your models will look really well, really good, and at the same level as in cycles. So you don't have to use cycles, to get really good renders. For example, this is cycles. This is Eevee, and Eevee has this bloom effects automatically and it works really fast. So yeah, watch the videos to make this project and make something even better. I know you can do that. So I didn't want to show you this project, but well, okay, I will show you. So this is the model that we're going to try to make, right? It's a female bust. It's not even a bust, it's just the upper part of the female body, and it has some hair, right? And we sculpted everything from zero, from scratch, and we just retopologized, as you can see. You can go to edit modes, you can see we unwrapped it, we painted the textures, and we did everything from scratch, from nothing to something like this. I think I'm also rendering it with Eevee, yeah, not cycles, but in cycles it will look even better, I think, I hope. So this is the girl. As you can see, I didn't detail textures. I didn't give very detailed textures. You can do much better than this because I showed you all the techniques that you can apply, to achieve much more detailed skin texture and things like that. Yeah, this will be our project about character creation. I just made the upper part of the body, but with the techniques, with the knowledge I showed you, you can create full body and any character, like whether it's a dragon or I don't know, maybe a bird, anything. So yeah, so these are all the projects. As you can see, you're going to make a lot of things in this course, but it's not all. To make all these projects, I think I used 10 or 20% of the information that is available in this course. So which means if you use all the information or knowledge, you can make anything in Blender. I can't wait to see what you can make. So see you in the next lesson.